My big brother turned 70 years old yesterday, so why don't we give a round to my big brother in College Station in Texas? A round of applause for making it to his 70th year. I hope I'm looking that good when I turn 70, Robert. So it's just great to see you. He's a long-time viewer, but first-time caller. Thanks, Robert. It's great to see you. So let's get going here. We've got a really great lineup, as we always do. I'm especially happy to have a couple of new artists tonight, and just as happy to have some familiar faces holding the anchor position. Of course, that would be Memphis and Stephen King, Memphis Pambrin and Stephen King. But tonight, Brian, welcome. I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Here we go.
Welcome. And Brian, I'm going to ask you the other question, which of course is?
Turn on original sound.
Well, that was my question, not your question, but
okay.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got original sound on.
I do.
So welcome, Brian. It's so great to have you.
Well, it's so great to be here. Thank you very much, Keith. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and you're a teacher.
I am a teacher. Yes.
Tell us about what it's like teaching, and you teach what, grade 3?
I teach grade 3, yeah, and to be even crazier, I teach health and phys ed, which is I don't know. When I first got the assignment, I thought, how the heck do you teach health? Well, phys ed online. Well, so what you do is you give them lots of breaks to get up and move around because you're sitting in front of a screen, and man, like I need the breaks. I need to get up every 15 minutes.
Well, what about the poor parents? They think their kids are going to school, so they're not running around the house, and you encourage them to run around the house, it seems.
Well, it seems that way, yeah. I give them assignments to do, like different exercises that they can do. So there's ways of doing it online. We manage.
Good on you. That's you're fighting the good fight. So yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So what do you got for us tonight?
Okay, so I've got 3 songs here that are all originals.
Nice.
I'm putting out an album in June, and so it's all recorded, but I'm just waiting for the CDs to come back from the factory. So that's what's the holdup there.
When you finish your set, make sure you put that in the chat, and I'll send that out too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I will.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I will do that. Yeah. Anyway, so it's an album that I've been working on for about 5 years, because it's sort of like whenever I have the spare time and the money to record a song, right? And I've got some really great musicians playing with me, but it's like I've played in bands before, but this is the first time I've made an album of my own, right? Of just me. So it's not under a band name, it's under me. And that's pretty cool, I think. I think it's fun.
I think you're right.
It's a lot of fun. And so I'm going to start off with a song that's the album title. The name of the album is Acres of Chrome, and that's this song. So I'm gonna start that off right now. Here we go, Acres of Chrome. Bud had a beautiful convertible, a baby blue 62 Monterey. He polished that car to a high degree, a chamois in his hand every single day. Creep up the street slower than slow, he never let us get too close. And there were acres of chrome, metal and headlights, seats so wide with room to roam, and even the dashboard shone like a diamond, and everyone had acres of chrome. Scratchy had a 59 Impala, candy apple ragtop dream to drive. He was born in Berlin, now he speaks Canadian. The Scratchy took Dad and me for a ride. I sank into the back seat with a big wide grin, my head against the speaker, man, this was living. And there were acres of chrome, metal and headlights, headlights, seats so wide with room to roam, and even the dashboard shone like a diamond, and everyone had acres, acres of chrome, taking them home, taking them home. See them resting in fields of grass, steel turning to dust. Old man laughing, telling lies, nothing but acres of rust. Dad bought a 57 Bel Air, 4-door hardtop turquoise lime. One fine day he let me drive. I was only 7 at the time. He set me on his lap so I could steer the car. I said, let's go fast. He said, not fast but far. And there were acres of chrome, metal and headlights, seats so wide with room to roam, and even the dashboard shone like a diamond, and everyone had acres of chrome. There were acres of chrome, metal and headlights, so wide with room to roam. They were memories of innocence and wonder. Everyone had acres, acres of chrome, taking them home, taking them home. Acres of chrome.
You know, it's one thing writing an original song and quite another having one that everybody can relate to in some way, shape, or form, at least if your hair is a particular, color. And I just got to tell you, my sister just texted me because I had an uncle who was bigger than life and had cars that were bigger than big. And I remember him, and my sister reminded me, sitting in his lap.
Yeah.
Getting to drive this thing.
I know.
I don't know where my parents were, but I think all of us have something like that. So That's funny, Heather. That was exactly what I was thinking about when you. So I'm sure you connected with a lot of people on that tune, Brian.
I have, yeah, and people have told me the same story. They got to sit on somebody's lap and drive and steer, and I just thought I was the only one at first.
No, it's a thing.
Not the case.
What do you got next?
Only happened to me. Okay, well, I'm going to do a song now, as I did during the sound check. It's a song, and I actually had sent it out, shared it with people from my website. But anyway, it's a song that I wrote about the kind of last day of the infamous maybe, Lido Cafe down in Kensington, which is... I remember I read a newspaper article about the last day of the Lido, and somebody was interviewed and said that, yes, I'm going to wear a tuxedo when I go to the Lido, right? And I thought, I think there's a song there. So here it is, Last Meal at the Lido. Hang on, you know what? I kind of goofed that up because I still have the other song in my head. That's better. It's my last meal at the Lido. I've rented this tuxedo. Nothing could be finer for the death of a diner. I'm in a tux, you're in a gown. They're closing it up and they're tearing it down. Been coming here since 65. That's half the years I've been alive. With elbows on the counter, eating scrambled eggs. Sip my coffee, stretch my legs. 'cause it's my last meal at the Lido. I've rented this tuxedo, nothing could be finer for the death of a diner. I'm in a tux, you're in a gown. They're closing it up and they're tearing it down. Checking for silver stools, jukebox spinning, don't be cruel. That's Elvis over there on the wall. Soon he'll be facing a wrecking ball. Yeah. Of me and you sitting cheek to cheek in our very own booth. I must have got some dust in my eyes, 'cause you know I hate like hell to say goodbye. It's my last meal at the Lido. I've rented this tuxedo, nothing could be finer for the death of a diner. I'm in a tux, you're in a gown. Let's rip it up before they tear it down. They're closing it up and they're tearing it down. Thank you.
I think you're going to sell a few albums tonight, Brian.
What's that?
I think you're going to sell a few albums.
I hope so.
That was such a charming tune.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, the last one that I'm going to do was written as a result. As I mentioned before, these are all original songs. And some of them are autobiographical and some of them are more made up than others. But this one's a bit more autobiographical. In a year ago today, I think, I was diagnosed with coronary arterial disease. In other words, I needed to have a triple bypass. And I told my family this. They were horrified. And my two daughters sent me a cookbook, because they're vegan and so they're concerned about my health and my diet, and they sent me a cookbook called the How Not to Die cookbook. And I kept looking at that thinking, how not to die rag. All right, and I wrote a song called How Not to Die Rag after looking at this cookbook title. So this is the How Not to Die Rag. Here we go. No more cream in my coffee, no more sugar in my tea, no more late night bowls of Fruit Loops, that you will agree. I know you're trying to help, 'cause helping is your bag. Lately I've been singing the How Not to Die rag. Do wackadoo, 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 wackadoo. Do wackadoo, 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 wackadoo. Do wackadoo, 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 wackadoo. In the How Not to Die rag. Well, I went down to check out my medical a la carte. The doctor said everything was fine except for your heart. You can do everything most folks can do, except only slower. Take all those little pills to make your heart rate lower. And do wackadoo, 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 do wackadoo, do wackadoo, 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 wackadoo. Ooh. Do wackadoo, 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 wackadoo. In the How Not to Die rag, yeah. try the yoga. I got that vegan cookbook. Something that I'm mindful of, at least it's worth a look. Every Sunday morning I listen to the sensei and focus on my breathing. That's how I start my day. And do wackadoo, 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 do wackadoo, do wackadoo, 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 hoo. Do wackadoo, 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 wackadoo in the How Not to Die rack. No more cream in my coffee, no more sugar in my tea, no more late nights, bowls of Fruit Loops. Yes, I hope you will agree. I know you're trying to help, and I don't mean to be no drag, but lately I've been doing the How Not to Die rag. Lately I've been doing the How Not to Die, How Not to Die, How Not to Die rag. Oh yeah. Thank you very much.
Well, you got a lot of toes tapping.
All right, that's
and
great.
that was more than 3 chords in the truth.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Brian. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's people dancing and all little girls dancing and all sorts of things. That was a
excellent
ton of fun.
Great. It makes me feel so good.
and us as well. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
Denise.
I'm here.
You are indeed. Welcome. It's so great to see you.
It's good at my age to be seen.
I've got one question for you, and then everybody can't wait to hear you play. Do you have original sound on?
It says turn off original sound, so that means it's on.
It does indeed, and you're ahead of most of the musicians knowing that. And the other thing is the microphone is on this time as well, right? We have a whole bunch of sound checks, and the musicians work so hard, and sometimes, the fault is on this end of the microphone right here. But we want to hear you play some music. What are you going to play for us tonight, Denise?
Well, I'm going to start out with the long hair stuff. This is Johann Sebastian Bach. So going back into the 1700s. This is called Prelude in C. And you and I had quite a discussion about this because I like to play it really fast and you like it slowly.
Well, not that slow.
So I'm going to play it in the middle.
Play it your way.
Thank you.
Well, fast or slow, I've never played it like that. That was very beautiful. Long hair stuff, like that stern fellow behind you, eh? That stern fellow, that bust behind you.
Well, he watches over my shoulder to see that I'm doing it correctly.
We all need one of those.
Ludwig van Beethoven. And as you can see, he's not happy.
So what do you got next for us? Keep it coming. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Well, the next one, we're hopping up from the 1700s, a couple hundred years, to the early 20s, 1920s. This would have been my mother's era, and I can well imagine she was dancing to this.
Well, you got a few more toes tapping, a couple of ragtimes tonight. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I just want to say when you're getting set up for the next one is you have remarkably nice way that you address the piano, and if there's any other piano players watching, I would imagine our teachers wouldn't have hit our hands with their rulers had we looked like you look with your beautiful posture and wonderful wrist position. So it's really great to see that, see what it's supposed to look like.
Well, Ludwig is watching. Thank you.
And where are you going to take us now? What century?
I'm going to nip you up another 50 years. I think probably to the 70s.
Okay.
This song, I have a dear friend who's listening tonight, and he asked me years ago if I would play this song at his funeral. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be around for his funeral, so I'm playing it for him tonight. And if you remember Old Blue Eyes, I know Heidi is a real Sinatra fan, but this is what I think of when I think of Old Blue Eyes.
Oh, Denise.
Did I do good?
Well, look around. Don't take my word for it.
I haven't got
Okay,
the
look at the screen.
seeing glasses. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Outstanding. Thanks so much. Beautiful, beautiful playing.
That was fun.
And
Thanks for having me.
I have one request of you. And do you have any advice to give my old brother
Oh,
who
your
just
brother-
turned 70 yesterday? Do you have any advice for him?
Your brother that's 15 years younger than I am.
you got a little ahead of him, so you might be able to offer him something up.
Well, I'll give him the advice that I give my grandkids. When they ask how I do the things that I do, I tell them 3 things: eat, sleep, and move. That'll keep you going.
Okay, I hope he's taking notes. Okay, let's hear it one more round for Denise.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks so much, Denise. That was a ton of fun.
Thanks.
And now, Mr. King, you have to follow that because Memphis doesn't want to follow that.
Oh, am I? Can you hear me?
I can. I don't know what mic you're coming from, though.
Who knows, right? I got stuff in the way. I don't know what's going on.
Do you want me to shoot it to Memphis?
No, I'm good.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there I am. Whoa, Jesus. Ow. All right.
Oh, you
Now
were
you
there.
can hear me, right?
And you've got original sound on, I believe, don't you?
Do I?
I think so.
No, I'm good.
Right on.
Because Keith, it says turn off original sound.
You're
You guys
learning.
can hear my voice, all right? That sounds nice and close, right?
You sound great. Memphis didn't want to follow Denise, so we gave that job to you.
Guitar's okay, right?
It's just great.
Denise, you floored me. I was crying, especially on the long-haired one. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Your wrists were just like, oh, it's like butter, right? Brian, your original songs, fantastic. And it's not easy to play guitar like that and put songs together like that. That's real skill, dude. That's so chops out to you. And Mr. Keith, it's your birthday tomorrow or something, right? Happy birthday to you. It's hard to have a sing-along in this format. But happy birthday, Keith, 60.
Hey.
And thanks for putting this together again. And everybody, I feel like such a, I don't know, like a regular or something. It's
Well, you are.
so cool to see you guys on a Friday night. So do I have 2 songs or 1 song, Keith?
2 songs.
2 songs? Okay, I'll be right quick with the first one. It's a little instrumental. So we're doing a lot of country music, everybody, because we're Memphis in the Grand, and we've been writing songs, and the whole point of the whole thing is just to rebrand as original songs. So I'm going to do one of Memphis's songs second, but the first thing I'm going to do is just a quick instrumental called Red River Valley, which is the first song I ever learned on guitar.
Oh, nice.
And followed by, I think, Wild Roses of something, something. It's
Texas.
a little instrumental medley going together for you. For y'all. Okay, here we go. You can hear that, yeah? Yeah, oh, sure. Woo-hoo.
Nothing like a 12-string. That was beautiful. That was a lot of fun.
It's so hard on the hands. I've been practicing so much with this thing too. It's just I have one song left in me tonight.
Well, let's hear
everybody. Thank you so much. And we're all excited about next week's hour-and-a-half extravaganza spectacular of the Hootenanny, bringing back a lot of your favorite artists. Keith's going to tell you all about that.
I am. I forgot to tell them. I will tell them.
Right? So this next song, I'll get right up close. This next song was written by none other than Memphis Pambrum, who's following me here. There's this song called Highway of Dream. And so we've been writing lots of songs, but we haven't had a lot of chance to play together. So we kind of record them and send them to the other guys, and then the other guys kind of interpret them. And so this is a country song, but it doesn't sound like it because I tend to make things a little more trippier, there's little birds in there, little America maybe, but then that's the beautiful thing about music is it's a big mesh of everything that we've heard before. So here's the song. It's called Highway of Dreams, and Ross has not heard. He's heard parts of this, so it's a new experience for him as well. So it's going to be interesting. And I'm fooling around with a bunch of different parts. It may or may not sound like this later. Who knows? Whatever. Just play, right? Okay. This isn't the first time that I've waited here. Talked about packing up, moving clear, trying life out. Trying life out somewhere new. The only thing left here for us is the highway of dreams. Shifting gears out of this one-horse town, where you can see everything with one look around. Refineries closed down, chasing black gold. We're too young to die and watch our highway of dreams. Steering wheel burns, our hands held tight. She whispers me, does this feel alright? Highway signs catch our headlight beam. We're betting everything on a highway of dreams. Well, we pulled into the station along the Lundline while I buy her a nice concone just to see her smile. Gonna drive all night while my baby sleeps, chasing down this hillbilly dream. We know this stretch of blacktop is our highway. She rests her head on my shoulder on our highway, not knowing where we're going on our highway. Loving with nothing 'cause we got something. It's our highway of dreams. Highway of dreams. Highway of dreams.
highway of dreams, a highway of dreams, a highway of dreams.
Mr. King. What a great way to introduce an original song. I think we got a winner only because you got behind that with your heart and soul. That was wonderful.
Thank you, guys.
And now you've put Memphis. First of all, Memphis is the anchor. He's got a ton of work to do to follow everybody, and he's in the precarious position of following his own tune. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of music before.
Yeah, I would imagine. Can you hear me all right?
Loud and clear, my
Yeah.
friend.
Okay. Good. I honestly, Kinger had said something about potentially playing that song. He was throwing the idea around. Him and I have been practicing that here and there every now and then for a little bit. I honestly wasn't prepared. I didn't see that coming, but that was outstanding. I had the biggest smile on my face, folks, this whole time. So the K-Dog, as always, thank you for every opportunity to play. I always appreciate it. I'm excited about next week. Thanks. Hey, we just managed to fit a little bit of space in here. So this is unusual for me that I'm not in my usual studio space, folks. I had to turn a couple things around. I threw a couple lights on. I'll use this room every now and then. If you see some of the stuff that's there, if you want to ask me how to save 3% on your satellite environmental monitoring strategies, you can ask me that at the end of the show. But I didn't know what I was going to play tonight because I had a whole bunch of stuff going on. But I wanted to, now that Kinger's done that, I'm going to give you a little taste of how I wrote this song. I'm going to throw a couple things in here and fill your time real quick. This isn't, here we go. This isn't the first time I've waited here. We talked about packing up, moving clear, trying life out. Somewhere new. But the only thing left for me here was you. I'm shifting gears out of this one-horse town where you can see everything with one look around. Refineries closed down, chasing black gold, and we're too young to watch our lives growing old. Steering wheel burns, our hands held tight. She whispers asking me, does this feel right? The highway signs catch our headlight beams, and we're betting everything on this highway of dreams. We pull into the station along some unknown mile. I buy her an ice cream cone just to see her smile. I'm gonna drive all night while my baby sleeps, and I'm chasing down this highway of dreams. She rests her head on my shoulder and wipes back a tear. And not knowing where she's going. It's the least of her fears. She's gonna leave him with nothing. Lord, it isn't as hard as it seems. But we know this stretch of blacktop is ours. And girl, we know this stretch of blacktop is our highway of dreams. Hey, y'all folks, when I've seen Kinger do stuff where he's turned that song all around, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it, how good it hits me. Right there, folks, that this is, I get a chance to play here. I get a chance to play with super artists. I shouldn't have followed any of these three. This is how good each one of them is, and Lord knows, Kinger, your hands on that guitar, absolutely outstanding.
Beautiful song.
Now, there's something else that I wanted to try, but you know what? I'm going to try something totally different tonight. I'm going to dial this up. This one is just sort of something fun that's a bit more blues, bit more heavy hitter kind of thing. I can't remember when I wrote this song. It's going to be a few years ago, but told me I wasn't a leader. Said I couldn't push them hard enough when I shared. Oh Lord, what I could see seemed everyone followed me. Said I was too old when I was younger. Said you haven't got much time. Boy, you're gonna get pushed around. But I ain't backing. No, I ain't backing down. No, I ain't backing. Nor leather. No, I ain't backing. No matter how hard you try. You can try to push me over, but I'll make goddamn sure you know I ain't backing down. Well, I stood way out front, and I was well ahead of the line, and I was first to get pushed around, but I ain't backing, no, I ain't backing down. No, I ain't backing down, oh Lord, never. No, I ain't backing down, no matter how hard you try. Oh Lord, you can try to push me over, but I'll make goddamn sure that I ain't backing down. But I'll make goddamn sure that I ain't backing down.
Nice choice, Memphis.
Thank y'all, folks.
Hit us between the eyes. I tell you, what a great way to end a fantastic night. Anybody in the audience watching who isn't a musician is sure wishing they were. And those of us who are sure wish we were musicians like you all that we saw here tonight. And none of us are going to write any more music after hearing that. And I just got to impress upon you. I mean, all of us, if we're listening to music and if we're trying to get a groove and trying to get a vibe going, we'll listen to a number of different versions of the same tune to get some ideas and to get inspired. But I think what you two guys did trading those tunes today was just utterly remarkable. And I hope everybody understands how unusual it is and what a rare moment that was for all of us that you guys, that moment you gave to us tonight. So Memphis and Kinger, gents, proud to be in a band with you. And it's just, you're just such fine musicians and such great writers. Fantastic.